You're trying to gaslight me, aren't you?
Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. I know there's going to be a couple potentially hopping on a little bit late, but I don't want to hold you guys up. So if you guys are just joining us, are going to join us late, then you guys can kind of watch the recording. That's why I record it. So we're going to be talking about two separate things tonight. First of all, we're going to be talking about bridal showers. And then we're also going to be talking about bridal registries, okay? Two completely different and total things. So does anybody know how many weddings there are every year?
Oh, my.
Any guesses how many weddings there are per year? And no Googling aloud while I'm asking you.
Like I'm going to do that.
Becky C. would. I know she would.
That's what she's doing, isn't she? I see her. I don't know. Millions. I don't know.
There are. You guys used the link that I gave you, right? Brittany says it's not working. I don't. She's going crazy.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. So there are around 2.5 million weddings per year. That's on average. Hello, Miss Brittany.
Hello.
So that means a whole lot of people are planning weddings. Does anybody know what the top 3 months are for weddings, for actual weddings?
May, June, and July. May, June, and December.
Nope. But you're close.
February.
Nope.
June for sure.
June, August, and September.
Really?
Yes. Those are the top 3 months for weddings, for actual weddings.
Wow.
So what does that mean for like April and May then? If the top 3 months for weddings are going to be June, August, and September, then that means that April and May are the top planning months for hosts, for brides, okay, and their wedding parties. That's when all of the work is being done and actually creating that wedding, which means that that's when you're going to have the bulk of people registering for their weddings. They're going to be having their bridal showers. They're going to be either doing all of those special things that lead up to the actual event. So in case you guys are just joining us, in the average year, there are 2.5 million weddings in a year. Okay? And I told them the top months for weddings, for actual weddings, are June, August, and September, which means that the planning months are typically going to be like April and May, because normally you start planning like at least 3 months out. Sometimes longer. You know, some brides are planning their weddings like 6 months out. So basically what I want you to understand from those statistics are that brides are planning their weddings right now, okay?
This is Pampered Chef training. Do you mind if I have it on? Okay.
So what exactly is a Pampered Chef bridal shower? And I started off by telling you guys there's a difference between a Pampered Chef bridal shower and a Pampered Chef bridal registry. So a Pampered Chef bridal shower is its own little cooking show, okay? But kind of how I termed it, or how I would describe it to somebody potentially, is it's a fun, interactive experience that will fill a bride's kitchen with top quality products that will last a lifetime. So when somebody's asking me, well, why Pampered Chef? Like, why do I want to do a Pampered Chef bridal shower versus just having a traditional bridal shower? Well, I mean, how many of you guys have been to a bridal shower? Pretty much everyone probably has been to at least one or a million bridal showers. And, they're normally pretty dry and pretty boring. Would you guys all agree? I mean, you play the typical bridal games, and you give bridal gifts, and you eat some cake and have some food, and, all is well. So what Campus Chef offers is an experience. Okay, we actually offer an experience. And with that experience also comes rewards. So how I normally do my bridal showers and how I've been successful with them in the past is, first of all, these would be my top tips, okay, for a bridal shower. Keep it simple, okay? I know you guys have heard me say this a million times about everything that we do in our business, but keeping it simple is a good policy to have on anything that you do, whether it's a vendor show or a fundraiser. What's the point of a bridal shower? The point of a bridal shower is to shower the bride. It's not to worry about myself. It's to actually give that bride the experience that she's looking for. That's an important day and an important time in a bride's life, is having that bridal shower. So what I try to do is focus on the bride and not myself, okay? When I'm talking about keeping it simple, I mean keep it simple as far as the demo goes, okay? Because you're still going to want to contribute, food-wise, because that's part of the experience. So what would my typical bridal shower look like, okay? So from the host coaching standpoint, there is a lot of work on the forefront, like there always is, like a cooking show, okay? What is my motto, guys, that I say about host coaching? Host coaching is where you make your money, right?
Yes.
So just like that with a regular cooking show, host coaching is where the bride's going to earn her free products at, because what you need to strive for is a wish list that is this big, okay? Not a wish list that is this big. We want to give them the wish list that is this big so that that's what they can shoot for. Because normally, who helps them normally plan their bridal shower?
Their best friend.
It's their mom. There's normally like the mom, the mother-in-law, and like their bridesmaids and what do they call oh my God, my brain just died.
Attendants.
Maid of honor.
Native
Those are
honor.
normally the people that are going to, help to make sure that day is perfect and special. So normally what I found is I like to work directly with my bride, but I also like to coordinate the things with whoever is helping them the most throughout their wedding planning. So if it's the mom or if it's the maid of honor, then I like to include that person. And what I find happens is when you get the two of them working together, that bridesmaid or that mom is going to work twice as hard when she knows that her daughter or her best friend's wish list is this big versus having a wish list that's this big, okay? So first I recommend is the wish list, okay? When I talk to the bride about the wish list, it's not what you think you can get from your bridal shower or what you think people would be willing to buy you. What would you want? If I could give you everything in the catalog that you wanted for free or for half price, what would that look like? Okay? Would it be a set of cookware? Would it be a set of knives? Would it be some of those top items? And the reason why you really want to focus on those is because think about it. When you registered as a bride, what are the top things that you needed in your kitchen? You need cookware. You need knives. You need those things when you're first starting out. So, yeah, the guests at the bridal shower may not be able to come out of pocket and buy that bride a set of cookware. But what I've seen happen a lot of times is that the mother and the mother-in-law, typically when they see what's left on the bride's wish list, a lot of times they'll go in together and kind of get, some of those items together. Or they may buy that to give as the wedding gift. Because remember, people shop for bridal showers, but they also shop for wedding gifts. So it's kind of like dual purpose when you have a bridal shower.
So you say it's not the wish list should be not what you think you want?
It's not what you think people will buy you.
Okay.
It's what you actually need, okay, to start your life off. That's why I always tell them, make it your dream. Make it your dream list. If I could, let you pick anything in the catalog, what would it be? That is what a wish list is. Okay? So I'm going to be posting on our team page later. I went through and basically everything I'm talking about is in an Evernote file for you guys. So when I reference like the file that I send to my bride to have them do their wish list on, that actual document's already in the Evernote file for you guys to have access to. So it's going to be in there. So I send them this document and it helps them. They just go down through it with a catalog and they mark, everything that they want on this document for me. And then they send that to me. So after I have their wish list made, that's when I make their bridal board. And you may be wondering, what the heck is a bridal board? Okay. Angela did a fabulous job on hers. She just had a bridal shower. What was it, last week, I believe? Something that, she took my ideas that I've done in the past and she did her bridal board and it looked fabulous. So you had posted that on your wall, correct?
Yeah, I can put it on the team page too if you want.
That'd be perfect if you could do that. So check that out. Mine's out in the living room. So check that out as a perfect example of what I'm talking about when it comes to a bridal board. Okay. And basically all it is one of those thick foam boards. Okay. And I just put like bride's wish list or bridal shower wish list or something at the top with like, you go to the craft store and you can go to the scrapbooking section and get those letters that you can attach. And I get some like, a couple of sheets of the stickers that you would use for scrapbooking for like, they have like cakes and wedding stuff on it. And I kind of put them on the board to just kind of jazz the board up. And then in that Evernote file, you're going to find a file that you can open up that's got every product in the Pampered Chef catalog. There's 6 to a page, and you print those off. You cut them into the squares, and then I laminated them, okay? I can use them for a whole season. And what I do is, so I've got her wish list. I take those little squares. I put the little like sticky glue dots you can get at the craft stores or Walmart or anywhere. You put that on the back and you pop it on the board, okay? So you've got her whole wish list with a visual reference of what she wants. And it's got a price on each one of them, okay? And that becomes the main focus of the bridal shower, is that bridal shower board. So it is a little bit time intensive when you do your first one because you're making, you're laminating those cards. And so there's a little bit of time involved with that process, but totally worth it because you can reuse them over and over again for that whole season while that catalog is so good. So the actual show itself, the actual shower itself, like I said earlier, I keep it about the bride. So the demo is something extremely short, sweet, to the point. Typically, I go for either setting up a veggie tray and showing them kind of all the tips and tricks that you can do with kind of fancying up veggies and making the dill mix dip. Okay, as the dip. If I don't do that, then I will make the same dill mix dip and do chips on the microwave chip maker set and show them how to make fresh chips because, again, it's very quick, shows great products. The third thing I would do would be maybe a trifle, one of the trifle recipes. So, again, something very simple. But when I do my demo, I also have my host up there actually, or the bride, actually helping me to do that. So the one thing that when I start my show off, I dress up my bride, okay? And I know this is going to sound cheesy and corny, but this is part of the experience of a Pampered Chef bridal shower. So on supplies, on Pampered Chef, on our website, under supplies, you can actually order Pampered Chef aprons for our brides. They're on there. So I kind of make it, it's dress up time, and this is before I start the demo. So I just let them know that, I kind of dress her up in her little apron, and I tell them that later on that she's going to, we're going to take that apron off and we'll sit it in, on a table or wherever. And I bring along fabric markers, and I have all the guests that are there actually write a little personal message on her apron that I gave her, because that's a memento from me to her. The second gift that I give her is I take and buy a set of bamboo spoons. So a set of our 3 to a pack bamboo spoons. And then I just tie a little bow around the 3 spoons with a nice ribbon. So that's her bouquet. So I give her her bouquet. And basically what I tell them is, what are the 3 things that every bride must have? So she needs to have her dress. So the dress is represented by the apron. She needs to have her bouquet. So the bouquet is the bamboo spoons. And then every bride needs to have a veil, right? Or she wouldn't be a bride without her veil. So at the Walmart or fabric store, you can get the tulle. Does everybody know what tulle is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's real cheap. It's like $1 a yard or something. So I buy a couple yards at a time. And then before I go, I just cut a piece that's long enough, for a nice little veil. And I use a Twix-It clip and actually put it into her hair like a veil. So she gets to keep the Twix-It clip, she gets to keep the bamboo spoons, and she gets to keep the apron. Those are gifts from me for letting me be a part of her experience. So they always love that. The guests always love that. They love seeing the bride dressed up. They get, take pictures and Facebook and the whole 9 yards. Like, people just love that.
So you put her in that apron, and then you said you take that off, and that's the same apron that you have people sign?
Yeah, so what we do is she'll wear the apron while we're cooking, and then after we're done cooking, then I'll have her take it off, and I'll sit it like on a coffee table or table, like a special little area. Normally I try to put it wherever the bridal board's at. That way when they go and kind of are going to go look at products, and they can just write their message on the actual apron itself right there at the same time while they're there. Okay. So you do your little demo. Again, you keep it short, sweet, to the point, because it's not about us, it's about them. The actual order form is also different than a standard order form. So the order form has a section for them to order for the bride, and then a section for them to order for themselves. And you want it separated because you want to know, if it's, they can shop either way. What you want to make sure that they understand at the bridal shower is that all of the items that they're purchasing, whether from her bridal board or for themselves, are also, not only are they purchasing items to give to the bride off of her wish list, but they're also helping her to earn rewards. So all of those items that are left on her wish list, then she can use the rewards and get. So it's basically almost like double rewards for the host, if you look at it that way. That their purchases are adding up to the host rewards. So not only is the bride is getting those gifts, some of the gifts that she wants, or some of the wish list items that she wants, but they're also helping her to be able to finish off that wish list. Angela, to answer your question, she asked if I ordered my order forms or printed them off. Those are actually in Dropbox. Lily had made them a long time ago. I believe there's a folder that's got it says wedding showers or bridal showers or something. And it's in there. That's where that order form's at. And then I just print those off and use, because really, if you do a lot of wedding showers, then it's totally worth it to just, print off as you need them. So basically, so after the demo, I explained to everybody, okay, I normally play a game. Again, there's a file that's got games in it on Dropbox. So I kind of, keep it short. So there's some fun games. There's one like that, you ask the bride ahead of time, like a series of questions, and see who, gets the most right about the bride. It's like information about the bride and groom or whatever. So I play a little game, and then I explain to them the ordering process. I explain to them that, they can order for themselves. They can go over to the bridal board, and all they need to do is just pull that little coupon, the little, the little ticket or whatever you want to call it, coupon, off of the bridal board, bring that along with their order form to me. I'll total them up. And then that way we're not duplicating the same items. Okay. So as another service, I would recommend that if your bride lives local to you, because again, the order form could be a little bit confusing. If they don't live close to you, that you would have to drive some distance to do this part, then I would say to make a copy or send an email list to them of how they would need to separate the orders. Because remember, for home office, the order is going to be completely together. So say Angela ordered a can opener for the bride, and she ordered, a micro cooker for herself. When that order comes, it's going to have the can opener and the micro cooker. So she's not going to know that one's for her and one's for the guest. So what I do is either I'll send out an email, with the separation. So this is what's yours, and this is what needs to go, and so does to so and so and so and so and so and so. If you live close, I would ship it to yourself, and I would do the work for my bride. That's just again part of the experience, part of customer service, I believe. And again, you're kind of taking some of the work away from the bride. So when it comes time to do the bride's order, then you just really, by then exactly, how much in reward she's earned. So then it's just a matter of kind of helping her figure out what's the most important left off, of that wish list that she had. And then again, set your closing time, have her think about what she wants to order, but then really encourage herself and whoever was working with her paired up, that they can send out that online ordering link to everyone. Okay. So that's kind of what my bridal shower would look like. Does anybody have any questions on that? I'm going to grab a drink real quick. Any questions on bridal showers?
Can you say again what food you usually make for them?
Sure. So I would normally do like a fresh veggie tray in like the cool and serve tray. I would use the cool and serve tray. It shows off a lot of like the choppers and peelers and those kinds of things. And I would make the dill mix dip with that. So I would make it 1 cup of mayonnaise, 1 cup of sour cream, and 2 tablespoons of the dill mix. It makes the best veggie dip. It's so good.
So you chop the veggies and everything right there?
Yeah. And a lot of times what I'll do, Angela, kind of as part of when I'm setting up, when I get there, I'll go ahead and do the majority of it so that I'll do a lot of the prep work. So instead of like, peeling and chopping 3 carrots, me and the bride would just do 1. You know what I mean?
Right,
so again, it's not so much about me. It's more about what I'm showing them.
So you don't do like a big meal necessarily. You'll just
no.
And then do they usually provide like a cake and stuff, or do?
Oh yeah, I mean like a traditional bridal shower, I would say food wise. Right. And again, that's going to be something you're going to discuss in host coaching. And what I would do is when I'm talking to the bride about it, when you explain to them that you want the focus of the bridal shower to be more about them and less about us and our products, okay, and that you want to keep our end of the food very simple, then they'll kind of understand it. Because again, we're offering an experience. And I try to use that word for them so they don't just think that, well, she's just trying to get out of, cooking a meal for us. It's more about the experience in itself. So the second thing I would do would be maybe make homemade chips and then do that same veggie dip. And then the third would be really any of our trifles. I do have a favorite when it's a strawberries and cream trifle because again, most of the time strawberries are in season during the June and during that time. So I normally do the strawberries and cream trifle.
Okay.
Okay. So I think pretty self-explanatory as far as that process. It's really like a traditional party, but again, more focused on the bride, more focused on helping them to kind of get a, good start. So let's talk registry. Okay. So for those of you guys that have been around a while, Pampered Chef used to have a actual bridal shower registry. They took it down before we came out with our new website. And they have not relaunched it since. But what they did is make some revisions, and actually within the last week, I don't know if you guys seen the email that came out in the weekly stir that comes out, we now have a wish list available. So I'm going to walk you guys through that here in a minute on how you actually create a registry now for a bride. I already had a bride start one 2 days ago, and it's fabulous. It's so easy for them to do. You can use this not only for a bride, but for anybody that wants to create a wish list with you. So it's fabulous. So, but I want to ask you guys a couple questions. So what do you think are some of the top places that people register for bridal registry?
Target.
Target. What did somebody else say?
I think they both said Target. Bed Bath & Beyond.
Bed Bath & Beyond.
Wally World. Sorry, it's true.
That place. All right, so some of the other top ones are Amazon, Williams-Sonoma, Crate and Barrel. Those are some of the other tops.
What was the last one?
Crate and Barrel.
Crate and Barrel.
Crate and Barrel.
Okay.
What's the other ones? Target.
Target, Williams-Sonoma, Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay, so how many items do you think the average bride places on a registry?
75.
Let me ask you this. How many places does the typical bride register at? I'll ask you that first.
3.
3? Yep, 3 is the answer. Okay. So knowing that they normally register with at least 3 places, around how many items do you think that they register for? What's the average?
75.
Any other guesses?
100.
153 items is what they normally register. Okay. So if we're registering 153 items, what do you think the actual combination of that registry value typically is? What do you think the average amount, if you added up all those 153 items, what do you think the dollar amount would be?
2,500.
$5,158 is the average of what a bride registers for. Think about that. $5,158. Wow. So can you imagine if you really made registries a part of your business, how that could potentially change your income? Think about it. If you were one of the 3 places that bride decided to register with, divide that 5,100 by 3, I mean, you're talking like, $1,800 almost of Pampered Chef products on a registry. That could be huge. Huge. Okay. So how do we compare to some of the top companies then? So Bed Bath & Beyond, they do not have a personal registry consultant. Do we? Absolutely. We have somebody that's going to walk you through that process. Can you register online? Yes, you can, but their selection is limited. Do they give you free products? No. Do they give you half-price products? No. Do they give you a discount? No. Do they give you a future discount? They give you a one-time 10% registry completion discount. Okay? Bed Bath & Beyond is the most registered company that brides register with. Do we offer a lot more? Absolutely. So when you sell, you know, Lily did a great job last night talking about features and benefits. How would that benefit our host or our brides? Knowing what we offer compared to these other companies. I mean, it blows my mind. Like Macy's, Kohl's, Crate and Barrel, and Bloomingdale's are some of the other ones I have information on. The only other thing that these guys do, Bloomingdale's has a personal consultant. Macy's gives 5% back when guest purchases, but they have to have a Macy's card. Whoa, really? Macy's gives a 10% future discount when they use their Macy's card. Kohl's is a one-time 15% registry completion discount. And Bloomingdale's offers a one-time 10% registry completion discount. None of the services that we can provide these brides to these companies that are some of the tops that brides register with give them anything. They get nothing. Nothing. No personal service. And no, what was the word I was using earlier? Experience. Okay? That's what sets us apart or can set us apart. Let me ask you, what would that do for you guys' business? If you sold the benefits of a registry to a bride just how I did and explained to her how registering with Pampered Chef could completely, like, you know what I mean, overhaul her kitchen. What would that do? You think if you talked about it to all those brides or people you know that are getting married, or put it out there on social media or in some of the groups, that brides would be like, whoa, I need to contact this chick, you know? Does it ever really hurt to try? No. Okay, so let's walk through the new process. I'm going to do a little bit of screen sharing with you guys. And I'm going to show you guys how you're going to actually set up a wish list. All right, so your first step is going to be signing into our website.
You want us to do that now?
No, I'm just going to show you guys because it's really simple. Like, seriously, it's so simple. I mean, it's crazy.
I did it today. I followed when you told me about it, I clicked on the page and read everything, but I wrote it down so that when I actually did go to the page, I was doing exactly what the instructions.
Yeah, and it's so easy. And I'm going to post instructions for you guys because it's such an easy process. Can you guys still hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Becky, I noticed that the organizer file thing isn't opening up anymore. Do you know why?
Yeah, I was having some issues. It wasn't syncing, so I finally got it. I'll have to send out the new, post the new link for that.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to go up here, if my computer ever decides it wants to cooperate. And you're going to go to My Account. The best part about this is as brides register with you, it's going to send you an email that you had a bride register. Okay, so once you went to my account, you're going to go right here. You guys see this? My wish list. Click view wish list. And I'm going to be posting all this, like I have screenshots to share with you guys so you can go, it'll walk you through step by step with screenshots. Okay, so I can actually create my own personal wish list if I wanted to by clicking my list, and then over here you would click create. When you want to check out what's on your customers' wish list, you would click My Customers. And you guys will see here that I have a couple customers that have already registered. So this one, she's just done her shopping list. This one's just done her shopping list. And this was my first wedding registry the other day. So the best thing about this is once they've created their wish list, they actually have the ability to email it, and they can also share it directly with Facebook. When they email it, they can also grab the link for their wedding registry so that, let's say, when that, bridesmaid, or when they're sending out their wedding announcements, or, normally like that, they're registered somewhere, they can take that link and pop that on their cards that they're mailing out and actually send out that link for people, which is awesome. So I'll open this up. She actually just created this, so I don't even know if she's added anything to it since the other day, because they really just wanted the link so that they could get those cards in the mail. I know she had added one so she could get the link set up. Yeah, so she's already started working on her wish list. What do you guys see so far on that wish list?
Big ticket items or larger ticket items.
Exactly. Exactly. So if we wanted to, we're going to go back here. And the best thing is when they send out the wish list, when people make a purchase from the wish list, it automatically updates it. And they can also put multiples on the wish list. So let's say they wanted 2 mix-in scrapers. When somebody buys one, it'll automatically update with what's remaining on the wish list. So let's, I'll show you what it looks like to create it.
Could you do that for like a birthday party or a housewarming party? Or
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And this is what I love, Angela, why you said that. Because it lets you, when you're creating it, and this is what the screen looks like when you're going to create it. So basically the process starts out that they need to create an account. Okay, so they have to set up an account first, and then they're going to walk through this process. So you type in the occasion right here. So, if it's Angela's housewarming party, then you would type that in. They actually get to choose whatever kind of occasion it's going to be. You see that there's a drop down?
Mm-hmm.
Wedding, housewarming, charitable event, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas. How awesome would it be to have a Pampered Chef Christmas wish list? A birthday, anniversary, or other. When we get to all these different occasions, this is going to be huge. Like Christmas, I cannot wait to put out there. Hey, you guys can, set up a Christmas wish list and be able to share this link so people can shop for you. That's going to be awesome. And then you would just enter, you pick if it's for you or for somebody, for somebody else. And then you enter a name for your wish list. So if it's, Becky and Tim's wedding shower, whatever. And then, so I'm going to create a mock one real quick. And then you would just click continue. The other thing that I really like about this is that, let's say that bride or, you know, whoever already has the list of like item numbers that they want. They can type in their item numbers in here, like you can when you're entering a show, that you don't have to do them one by one. You could do like 1900 and then enter a space, 1544, space 2583, space. I don't know if 1900 is one, but I know these other two are. But you can keep going with your item numbers. Watch what happens.
Would you do that for a fundraiser, or is that?
You could, you know, if you were doing, let's say like a church fundraiser where they were stocking a kitchen, you could totally do that. Set up a wish list for a church. That would be amazing.
Cool.
So you see that? Look, now we have those two items on there. So let's say this was
All
just,
you did was click search, right?
yeah, just click search.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, and then you can change your quantity if you wanted to. So if I needed 10 brownie pans, I could change this. The other really cool thing is, like, if you're setting up your own personal wish list, let's say, you know, you've had your wish list made for a while and you decide it's time to shop from your wish list, then you just go right over here to add cart and it starts building your cart from it. How awesome is this? I'm so excited about this, guys. You have no idea. No idea. No idea.
So then you would just give that link to anybody and they can get on it and purchase from it. And does it create its own party?
It doesn't. That's where I think that they're working on some next steps of being able to link the registry or the wish list with shows. I know that that's something that they're talking about and working on. Mm-hmm. So right now, it would kind of have to be more, that's why I kind of showed you guys the separation between a bridal shower where they can build the rewards and the new way that we have a registry or a wish list set up. That really those have to be purchased one by one right now. So
you would benefit from that just by sales.
Absolutely. Immediate sales. Think about it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So I think probably here soon, there's going to be a way probably to link, you know, to actually have like a bridal shower and registry setup combination like we used to be able to help them build those rewards. And I'm thinking what's going to happen, or when it's going to happen, should I say, is when they get the final go ahead with the Direct Ship Now program that we're, you know, kind of working on still. I think that that's kind of the steps that they're taking, because then they can immediately ship and process those payments, but it could be linked to a show. Because that's how the new Direct Ship Now program is going to work, is that all orders will be shipped, you know, they place it. Has anyone ever shopped 31? So when you order from 31, they automatically, if you order from a party, they automatically ship your items out. You know, you don't have to wait for the host to actually close the show.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what we're working towards, that all items would be direct shipped out to the customers and that you don't have to wait. The customers aren't waiting, because that's part of the experience that the customers have said that they would love to have changed, even though they pay a little bit more money for the shipping. Think about it, you know, for something that's under $100, you're only going to pay $2 more to have it shipped directly to your door instead of having to waste gas and go meet up with a host, or, you know, wait 6 months to get your item. So, but I think that that's kind of the plan as far as the rollout time frame wise goes. I'm hoping, because to me that would make logical sense anyway. So what questions do you guys have about this? Are you guys excited?
Yes, I am, because I have been I have been stressing over this for weeks because I'd never had, I never had a bridal shower or a bridal registry before.
Right.
And I needed to know because I have someone who wanted that and I didn't know how to give it to them. So
Absolutely. Well,
it's
guess what?
great.
You know I'm always here for you. Always.
Yes, I know. And that's why I asked you and you told me.
See, and this is what I love. Like, this is what I love about Pampered Chef is that, Heather's a new consultant, so she doesn't know this, but Leslie is not on my team. Leslie's actually part of Lily's downline, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care who comes to my trainings, that's what it's all about. But Heather knows me. Heather's known me for a long time, so she knows that's how I am. Like, I just want everybody to be successful. It doesn't matter to me. So
the registry thing you could use like as soon as even right now.
it's available right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it today, Angela. It was, I had asked Becky the question. She briefly explained in a Facebook message what I should do. And I clicked on everything you just saw. I did that. It was pretty much self-explanatory, but what I did was when I clicked on there, then I wrote down the instructions so I wouldn't miss anything. So I wouldn't have to be clicking back and forth and seeing what was what.
Right.
I wrote the instructions down and then just read them and did it. And it was like, just like you did it now. It was great.
And I have a file set up. It's in Evernote right now, Angela, but I'll probably copy and paste it over to a Word so I can send you I need to teach on Evernote. That's what I need to teach you guys.
Yeah.
Evernote.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe next week we'll play with Evernote some. Maybe we'll do that next week. I don't know. You know me, I'm always like 50 ideas in my head all at one time.
Right.
But what I did was I went ahead and made a step-by-step for somebody that's trying to register or set up a wish list of how to do it, like complete step-by-step of how to do it. It's already done. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's already ready for you guys.
Cool.
Aren't I such a nice director?
You are. Thank you so much.
Oh, I love you guys. What can I say?
We love you too.
So what other questions? Any other questions about bridal showers or wedding registries, how you can use this, how a wish list could help you, anything that's not on this subject that we're on tonight? Just any random questions?
I do have one question. When I got to the part about sending an email or sending it Facebook, it said something about public. Do we need to ask our host or our like the bride or whoever's hosting or who's wants the registry or whatever set up? Do we have to ask them about whether or not they want it, how they want it on Facebook, like public or private or?
Honestly, I would, because they're going to be the ones that are actually creating that wish list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would leave that decision up to them whether they want to email or they want to Facebook. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I would.
Because when I got to that part today, I didn't know, so I didn't finish that part of it. But I'm going to be finishing it because I'll be in touch with her.
Right. And I mean, as a service, you could very well set up the wish list for your host or your brides if you want to. I think that would be an excellent, customer service thing, but you're definitely going to have to ask that question, whether they want it to be posted to Facebook or, whatever.
Is it such though, if you make it public or private, that it can't be changed then? Now that's Facebook, right?
Yeah, that's more on the Facebook side of it.
Okay.
So I would imagine that from the Facebook side of it, once you would post it, you should be able to change how it's viewed at that point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All righty.
Angela, are you excited?
Yes. Oh, hold on. Am I? Oh no, I'm sorry. I was typing. Shoot, did you hear me clicking?
It's okay. It's fine.
Okay. I always mute myself. Yeah, I'm excited. We have a new kitchen in our church, and so I'm thinking about talking to my coworker and seeing if they want to make a registry of what is needed.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that was my
I was
first,
actually emailing her. So
my very first show that I ever did with Pampered Chef was for my church. And it was just that we stocked the kitchen at the youth center.
yeah, that'd be awesome. And I know that our youth budget is depleted, and so I wondered if there was a way of, like, if that needs to be a fundraiser. I don't really know. I'm kind of
and that's what you know, when we were talking about it, it's really it's more of a product fundraiser. Remember, we were talking about the difference between a monetary fundraiser or a product fundraiser. This is really going to help you with being able to do, because it's going to be set up like, well, I mean, you could set it up as a show even if you wanted to. You would just have to give them a time frame that they could shop the wish list. I need to play around with something and see if it'll let you connect. I think it might let you connect. Let me think, or let me play around with it and see if I create a show, if I can shop from a wish list, if they've already done that part or not. Because I haven't played around with that yet, but so I'll let you know. What you might
because it's gonna
set up a show for the church, and then create the wish list and see if when they shop, if it'll let you connect with a show or not.
Right. If that would work, that would be cool, because I know that they do need some funds for youth, and they do need things in the kitchen, I think. So I'll wait on emailing her until maybe you can help me understand how I should present it.
And I can play around with, like, tomorrow. I'll see what I can do with it, because I have, oh my gosh, knock on wood, I have nothing going on tomorrow.
So, that's a rarity.
Wait a minute, I take that back. Isaac has a music program. That's it. So,
I got my supplies in, all but one thing for that tickler file. Can you send me, after we get off here, the new file that you made?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure will. Absolutely. Yep. Heather and Chris, do you guys have any questions? You're good?
She's muted.
No, we're good.
Okay. Are you excited?
Absolutely. I'm actually a bridal show at the moment, so I'm very excited.
Absolutely. So, you know, now's a good time to sit down and really think about, like, all those people that, you know, are getting married and be like, hey, guess what? Pampered Chef's got something new for you. Becky, are you still there? Are you ignoring us? I think she's ignoring me. I love you too, Becky. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, our time, believe it or not, we're like 5 minutes early. That's
awesome.
I think I covered a lot of stuff. So, if you guys have any questions, of course, let me know. If you want to set up any training one-on-ones with me, let me know, since I have free time tomorrow. And I have free time Friday. I have no party Friday night. That's even more of a miracle. I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself. I have no idea.
I'm busy this Friday, but we need to put on the calendar a mock Zoom party. Like, just do like you're doing a party, but it'll be for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did one a while back. I don't think you were on that night, were you?
Well, because I think you did a Zoom party, but, like, I mean an actual party.
Oh, like a cooking show party.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That would be
do
cool.
that again. Yeah.
Or just have your friend record you again. That was really cool.
It was so much fun too. It was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I could literally, like, probably do this every night for an hour and still, like, have something to train you guys on, like, every day of the week. I seriously could. You know?
I know.
But anyway, so let me know if you guys want to schedule a time or not. I'm going to post probably on our team page. Just hold on.
I'm hearing thunder.
Yeah, it's raining. It's kind of off here. So,
Is
all right,
it?
guys. Well, I think that's it for the night. So thanks for coming, and
Thank you.
happy registries.
Thank you.